do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Of course, that's one of the most familiar passages within the Christian scriptures. That's one of the most familiar passages within the New Testament. That's one of the most familiar scriptures in Christianity as a whole, maybe second to only John 3:16, or we might even have a debate whether it was second to any verse, but it's known as the Golden Rule. Now, of course, there's been some perversions of the Golden Rule. Priscilla Padron, I don't know that I've seen you before. Welcome. Some would say he that has the gold makes the rules. And while that is certainly true to a great extent within this current age that we're in, I had a very smart man say to me, you get all the justice you can afford. Certainly, that's also true in this present world system. But we're trying to talk about things beyond this present world system. We're trying to talk about truths that transcend where we are and really take us to where we want to be. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. This is New Cosmic Knowledge. Hello to Billy McNally. Hello to Nancy Smith. Hello to the aforementioned Priscilla Padron. Very nice to see you here on an impromptu mid-afternoon edition of New Cosmic Knowledge. And I just wanted to share this. I was just actually down talking with Sandra, getting a little bit of sun. Tim Who TV, nice to see you as well. Getting a little bit of sun. You can see my hair is a bit of a mess. Sun hair, don't care. Priscilla says that she watches all of my videos, but it's the first time coming on your live. Thank you very much, Priscilla. Nice to see you. Tim Who TV, you are Tim. Good to see you. Michelle Cannon Free, of course, who's always here. Thank you so much. And Sandra said something to me, and we talk a lot about the fact that in my perception, and again, 20 years as a Pentecostal minister, Bible college graduate, I've come to believe over the years, hello, Nancy Smith, through a lot of study, that there's probably 75 to 80% of the Christian scriptures, Old and New Testament, that are no more than the words of mere men, no better, no worse than other scriptures. Critical thinker joins us from other sources. That doesn't mean to say that they're bad. I call them dung. I only call them dung in comparison to the 25 to 30%, which is diamond. And diamond, I would say, are the true messages, the true words of the divine, whomever he, she, they are. We're trying to be open-minded. And my friend Magenta Pixie makes a great statement in her new book. And I started doing cardio with Sandra, Billy Blanks, who she calls Billy Blanks for some reason, Tybo. So I'm not able to read as much as I have been reading, because I was doing the bike and was reading Magenta's books. And I got to finish her books and get her back on. I understand that Wayne and Derek are all live right now. Wow. We've created a conundrum. I didn't know Derek was live. I didn't know Wayne was live, but here we are. Gold, I don't think, is the strongest rock, Tim. Gold is actually very pliable. I believe the hardest rock, at least from my standpoint and from what I know and have read, would be diamond, because diamond is, it's very hard to destroy. Cut glass with it. Cutting tools are made with diamonds, drill bits, etc. So I'd say diamond's probably the hardest rock. So there's a good segue from the diamond and the dung. But anyway, he who has the gold makes the rules. Well, maybe in this. And Nunya Business, nice to see you. Sarah K, nice to see you. He who has the gold makes the rules. Yeah. Do unto others before they do unto you. That's not golden at all. That's the dung rule. We don't believe in that. But the Christ, the Master, Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah, whatever you call him, he purportedly said, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But Sanders said to me, we know there's a lot of dung there. We know that there's a lot of misdirection there. We know there's a big G God and at least one other little G God talked about throughout the scriptures. And we know there's Jesus Christ, Christ Jesus, plastic Jesus. So what if the golden rule is wrong? What if the golden rule is tarnished? Richard Ellison joins us. Hi, Richard. What if the golden rule is tarnished? And as Sarah Kay joins us, and she made a great point, because if you treat others the way you want to be treated, I understand the rationale, I understand the motivation, but is treating others the way you want to be treated really the best way? I often have talked about, and maybe many of you have heard me talk about this in the past, I've talked about the platinum rule. And the platinum rule would state that do unto others as they wish, as they want to be done unto. It's not the golden rule might be, thank you, Richard, do unto others as you would want to be done, have done unto you. Okay. But how about another step? Do unto others as they would want to be done unto them. Maybe that's the platinum rule. Now, of course, you have to use discretion. You have to use discernment. And if somebody wants something to be done to them that is illegal, unethical, immoral, or violates your own personal code, you don't go down that road. But treating someone, and we're reading the five love languages book. And folks, we're not just reading it, we're studying it. We've got note cards up around the house. And we're in the first chapter now about words of affirmation. And I sit down to do this show and I get this on my seat. The book talks about writing each other notes and using words of affirmation and saying nice things to each other. So it's part about building a life and a relationship that will last. So I have one love language. Sandra has another love language, and I can be doing to her as I want to be done to me forever and ever and ever, but she's not going to get it. Because like my love language is physical touch. That's probably my biggest love language. Sandra's isn't physical touch. So I could be touching, which is what I want, but it's not what she wants. So she's not receiving it. I'm using the golden rule. I'm doing unto Sandra as I want to be done unto me. But Sandra doesn't like that. It's not that she doesn't like it, but it's not her big deal. Sandra likes acts of service. Sandra likes me to clean out the cat box as soon as my feet hit the floor in the morning. That's very important to her. To me, I could walk past that cat box all day long, ladies and gentlemen, and not even think twice about cleaning it, but it's my job to do it in the morning. It's her job to do it in the evening. So I can be golden ruling her up one side and down the other. She can be golden ruling me up one side and down the other, and we're still not communicating. We're still not connecting. We're still not in alignment with one another, and I don't feel loved, and she doesn't feel loved, and we don't feel connected. So the golden rule is wrong. Treating other people the way you want to be treated is not the best way to go. And if it's wrong, then I don't think it could have actually come from the words, the lips of the master. So there's got to be something better. There's got to be something higher. There's got to be something stronger. There's got to be something more efficacious and more efficient. And that to me would be the platinum rule, the aforementioned platinum rule. Do unto others as they want to be done unto them within moral, ethical, and personal boundaries. I agree. Treat people as they would like to be treated, says Priscilla Padron. So I know that Sandra likes acts of service. So instead of me getting up in the morning and giving her a big hug and a kiss, which I do anyway, but I make sure that I've cleaned the cat litter box out first. And then everything goes great. And Sandra, she would jump out of bed, run over and make breakfast and come and bring me breakfast. And I'd be upset because she didn't give me a kiss or a hug. You see how that works? Sandra's golden ruling. Oh, I love acts of service. Let me get up and go make breakfast. Oh, here, Jeff, here's breakfast. Isn't this great? And Jeff's like, I like physical touch. And you ran into the kitchen making eggs and stuff and didn't even kiss me. So I feel put out. I feel neglected, and I don't feel loved, even though Sandra's golden ruling me up one side, down the other, and twice on Sunday. Think of it, ladies and gentlemen. So maybe the golden rule is tarnished. And if it is tarnished, that means, as Sheila Dugan joins us, it didn't come from the words of the master. It's a nice rule. Sterling silver rule, maybe? No, not even sterling silver, because it's presumptuous. Someone said that. It's assumptive. It's presumptuous. And it just doesn't work. You can live your life according to the golden rule and still, as Olivier Coquans, and I know I messed your name up, joins us. Sheila Dugan, I don't know if I mentioned her. You can golden rule people and still not be doing what they want and what you want to do. So let's go beyond the golden rule. Let's go to the platinum rule, because, folks, believe it or not, the golden rule is tarnished. And I think I've given you irrefutable evidence here today that it is. It's not that bad people said it. It's not that bad people wrote it. It's not that bad people practice it. It's just that there's a better way. Maybe I can redeem myself with those of you that are devout adherents to the biblical scriptures, because your buddy, my nemesis, the Apostle Paul, Z Golden Report says the golden rule is a trap. I tend to agree with you. He said, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. In other words, I was doing some stuff because I didn't know any better. You've been following, I've been following, we've been believing the golden rule because we didn't know any better. Now we know better. We know that there's a platinum rule. We know that to treat people in the way that they wish to be treated is much more effective than to treat people in the way that we want to be treated. And we should have learned this in the sandbox, ladies and gentlemen. Being selfish is not the solution. And we are such high-minded spiritual people here in the New Age, Truther, New Thought movement. We know about service to self, and we know about service to others. So is the golden rule doing to others as you would have them doing to you? Is that service to self? Or is doing to others as they would have done unto them? Is that service to others? I think it's very, very easy for us to discern. It's very, very easy for us to figure out. And Michelle Cannon-Free says, so true. When you know better, you do better. Or at least you should try to do better. Again, Priscilla weighs in, says it's not about us. Love is free and we must service others. I agree, again, within ethical, moral, and personal standard boundaries. Just because someone wants you to do something crazy or somebody wants you to do something crazy to them, okay, buddy, that's not platinum. That's nasty, and I'm not going there. So anyway, I think you know what I mean. Z Golden Report says, I think we were hopeful people would respect us back, but some people are still in a mindset of a spoiled brat. Some people, I'm going to say most people. Absolutely. Billy McNally says his daughter's severely handicapped, and she's super happy. And she loves to do acts of kindness and brings the light out of everyone. Wow. That's beautiful, Billy. And my best to your little girl. We can all learn things from her. Shane Stevenson started serving others today in their new area, feeling great and loving it. Tracy says it's kind of the doing to get mentality. It is, isn't it? Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. Music, Global Witness Tiger Alive now too. Yahoo to watch. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I just had a little bit to say. Just a little bit to remind you of, just a little bit of a thought to drop into your mind. The golden rule, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to say it. It is tarnished. It's ineffective. It's wrong. And its effectiveness has run out. It's time to move to a higher standard. The platinum rule, which is do unto others as they wish to be done unto them. Let's move from our mistake. Let's grow up, and let's move from gold to platinum. Let's move from service to self into service to others. Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Cannon Free, I'm 15 years older than you, and I'm changing, so don't give me that excuse. Get that con out of my face. And thank you, Sheila. Sheila says, congratulations on 18,000. Congratulations to you on us reaching 18,000 subscribers. It's because of you. And I just have this sneaking feeling in my mind. I'll just say it. We're going to be over 20,000 by the end of this month. Let's work together. Let's ask questions. Let's question answers. We are the last generation of real humans. And the golden rule is not good enough for us anymore. Let's move into the platinum rule. And let's put it into practice, cousins, as we get busy.